morning, UNF. You're watching The Early Bird, brought to you by Spinnaker TV, live from the Student Union. I'm Josh Brannick.
And I'm Ashley Pinkett. And this morning, we're talking about special campus events.
And later, we will discuss some fun homecoming events coming to campus.
It's all right here, right now, on The Early Bird.
All right, guys, we've got an explosive guest coming to our campus today. The Student Criminal Justice Association is bringing in an ATF agent in, well, about an hour and a half. The agent will be talking to students from 10:30 to 12 p.m. That's today in Building 51, room 1102.
I think this is actually very exciting. It's really cool. They're bringing explosive things to kind of show you, and I don't know.
Exactly, and this is something we brought in the treasurer for the SCJA. I always have trouble saying that.
I know.
Last week, Lewis, he came in and he was talking about some things that they do, and this is one of the things that they do. They bring in an ATF agent. It's open to anybody. You don't have to be a criminal justice major. It's completely free, and you can just go ahead and come in. And supposedly there's going to be explosive props. I kind of want to know what's going to happen.
And that's the thing. It seems like no one really knows what is going to happen. So if you should just go to find out what this is.
It's an hour and a half. You can ask them a bunch of questions. I'm going to assume that you can ask them things along the lines of, if you have a question on some of the laws and constitutional rights, you can ask that. If you have questions on what's the scariest thing you've ever had to deal with, I'm pretty sure that those will be answered.
That's what I want to ask.
Stuff. So it definitely seems like it'll be an interesting event. I'll probably try and make my way over there.
Yeah, I know I'm going to.
Yes.
So I'll see you there, hopefully. All right, everyone, today is the beloved Market Days. Make sure you bring cash and look around at all the booths on campus. From homegrown fruits and vegetables to beautiful jewelry, this market has it all. Come check it out in the Student Union from 10 to 3 o'clock.
Every Wednesday, I feel like we're talking about
it. That's why I always talk about it, because it's so great.
Yeah, I feel like we always talk about Market Days every Wednesday.
Yes.
So.
And they have really good food. Last week they had free pizza if you signed this one petition. They had like $1 cookies from the film department. It was just really, really fun.
See, the interesting thing is that you get to come out here, and I mean, you can support clubs around here. You can find out things that are going around in the area of Jacksonville, kind of pertaining to UNF students and all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. So, last week they had the environmental club out there, and they had a whole free zip line that night or the next day. So just to let you know, there's a free, because you have to have a group of 20 people to go, and that day you could have gone just with a whole group of random people and go have some fun.
Exactly, and we always talk about fitness. You can always learn about the different fitness things they've got going on there. So
it's a plethora of information.
It is a plethora. I love that word.
Thanks.
Plethora.
It's the word of the day.
Plethora. Now, if you're into giving and also have a competitive side, UNF's Lend-A-Wing Pantry has a contest for you. Now today, during Market Days, what a surprise, the Lend-A-Wing Pantry is hosting a Can Castle competition. You are to bring in your own items, which can range from canned goods to hygiene products and any other item accepted by the pantry. Now, each castle will be judged on 2 categories. 1, how many items were used, and 2, the design of the castle. So it's definitely very interesting. It's kind of, it's a competitive thing. I honestly don't know if they're giving away something towards the end, but
I think that you rack up points, and whoever wins at the end, is the winner of homecoming week.
Oh, okay. So it's another part of homecoming event, along with some other things that we'll be talking about later in the show and all that stuff.
But they build some cool stuff.
It's definitely interesting.
Fun.
And you know what? You have fun. You're building a castle and all that stuff. You're bringing in some things to give to Lend-A-Wing and all that stuff. So it's definitely. It's always a good thing. You're giving. You're having fun while giving.
Yeah, and watching these people build these castles is really cool, because I know some people just they spell out UNF and then they have buildings that they build around it. Some people just make a building and then with the colors of the cans they make UNF.
That's pretty
so it's just cool to see what people take.
Kind of like one of those soda displays where they spell out UNF inside the. That's kind of cool.
That's exactly it. I've seen that one 2 years ago.
I want somebody though to build a castle that I can walk through and has a moat and all that fun stuff.
There's just a size requirement. So
and
maybe
a drawbridge.
He wants a drawbridge, but I don't think it's going to happen today.
Just give me a drawbridge. That's all I care about.
Whatever. The Jacksonville Armada Football Club is now a part of the NASL League. It's a one step down from the Major League Soccer, but they're working towards being a Major League team. They are officially a part of the league, and the name was voted by the fans. They pick the colors as well, so keep posted about games in the future events with them. The games will be posted in April 2014.
It's definitely a very exciting thing. It's another sports team coming to town now. You know, we've got the Jags, that's our big team, but then we also have the Giants, the ABA. We've got the Jacksonville Sharks, the Suns.
I love Suns.
We've got the Armada. It's definitely something interesting. Not enough major league teams yet, but
we're
upper division.
One step there. We're working towards it. You can't just start in the major leagues. Come on.
And one of the big things is you know, we were talking before the show about, you know, the growing interest in soccer and all that. This is now the third team that has been announced probably in the last 6-7 months. Third soccer team that's going to be coming. We've got Orlando. David Beckham's got his team coming in Miami, but that's not going to be until about 2016. So we've got 2 MLS teams. We've got, you know, they're in the NASL.
It's coming.
Soccer's getting big in America.
It'll be really fun in Jacksonville to be able to just go and watch a soccer game.
And hey, you know what? In a few months, we've got Rio 2014, the World Cup. Definitely going to be something I'll be watching and checking out. So
I may be.
USA, USA. Let's go, USA. All right, Ospreys, you know what time it is. It's time for our trivia question of the day.
That's right. How many hours a day does an ant sleep?
I really want to know how they got the answer to this question. We will have the answer right after the break.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back to the Early Bird Live from the Student Union. I'm Josh Brannick.
And I'm Ashley Pinkett. Before the break, we asked you if you knew how many hours ants sleep.
The answer, trick question, they actually don't sleep at all.
No. I found this so surprising. Everyone else was like, duh, but I find this extremely
it's not
surprising.
one of those duh things. It was just, I was thinking, I'm like, well, what constitutes 1 as sleeping? 2, how would they know if they're sleeping? And 3, like, they don't have eyes, right? So, like, how do they close,
People
do they close their
sleep
feelers?
without eyes.
And they're always working. They're always running. I don't know. They're always like,
I
for
think
their
it's
queenettes.
surprising. Whatever.
Queenettes.
Queen ants.
Do they do that? Like,
I
do they
highly
clap
doubt
They
it.
clap their feelers? They're
Isn't
like,
that how they
clap,
talk? Don't they rub them together and that makes like the sound?
I don't know. Is this a center for ants?
Enough.
Inside joke references. Now, tonight is Lip Sync, a competition that consists of performances by various teams. This year's theme is 80s rock. Now, the performances will be judged on the following: time specifications, professionalism, synchronization, creativity, appearance, costumes and or props, lip syncing, and crowd response, the most important. Now, the doors open at 7:30 p.m. Make sure to be there early because a lot of people show up, and it will be in the Lazara Theater. And do not forget, do not bring a bag. It will not be allowed in, and that's basically one of their main requirements.
Yep.
Show up before the seats run out, and don't bring a bag. So there you go. This is something. This along with probably the homecoming game, or probably the 2 most attended homecoming events.
And it's so much fun to watch. Like to see what kind of music people choose and how they dance with it. I don't know. I find it to be a lot of fun.
The interesting thing is, I had a friend who did it about 2 years ago, and I was hanging out with him. I was living with him at the time, and it would come to like 6, 7 o'clock. He wouldn't come home until like midnight and be like, "Where were you at?" "Oh, lip sync practice." I mean, these people put a lot of time into this. This is a very big event for a lot of people who are in this.
So the least you can do is go to the free event.
Not the least you can do.
Whatever.
We'll be there.
I'm going.
You know, the least you can do is see us and give us a hello while we're at lip sync.
Totally.
So
I'll be there for sure. Tomorrow, UNF alumni will be meeting for a special homecoming edition in the Boathouse from 5:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. At the event, a very special announcement will be made that will impact the university and the community for years to come, and it will be said here at the Boathouse. No one knows what this announcement is, but apparently it is one that will, quote, go down in history, end quote. Again, that is from 5:30 to 8 o'clock p.m.
go down in history.
I've been seeing this, and just like you said before the break, you've been seeing this for a long time, and I'm just so excited just to see what this is.
It's seriously, we've been like, I've seen it now for like 3 weeks, and I
Yeah.
just want to know. I don't know. We're getting a new mascot. Like, if that's something, I'll be like, well, at least I was there for history.
That's true.
So
Because when UNF
I
gets
wasn't
big,
there. I wasn't there in 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So
You're supposed to say the ocean and then wait for me to say it.
oh, the ocean
Blue.
blue.
Haven't you seen School of Rock? Sorry.
The ocean blue. Speaking of music, recently Jimmy Fallon made the transition from late night to the Tonight Show. Many were skeptical of the transition after the rocky transition with Conan O'Brien years ago. Now, last night, Fallon and his ragtime gals took their act and covered R. Kelly's remix to Ignition. Let's go ahead and check it out and see what you guys think.
It's a remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. I'm rolling that bottle, got every man in here wishing. We're sipping on coke and rum. I'm like, so what? I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. I'm gonna have me some fun. We love to bounce, bounce, bounce.
I love that he's gotten this spot because I love him.
Jimmy Fallon is definitely a very entertaining guy.
Yeah, and he's
So-
also very attractive. So that, I mean, if he's not bad to look at, he's funny and he's handsome. I definitely want to see the show.
See, we were talking about before the show, I'm a big fan of Jimmy Fallon. I'm also a big fan of Craig Ferguson, and they were both in conflicting time spots, so I'd have to flip between both of them. Now that he's moving up, I can watch Jimmy Fallon and then flip right over to Craig Ferguson, check them out. I'm always a man for laughing, especially at night when I can't get to sleep. Insomnia. School.
So just watch Jimmy Fallon. I know, help your insomnia.
Exactly. And now one thing, speaking of Jimmy Fallon, one thing about his show is just one of those things where, they've got the roots and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
that's definitely one of the things that is definitely I enjoy about his show. I was actually just listening to his CD the other day.
You were?
Yeah, and
He's
every
got some
song he's
funny
got the roots.
stand-up. Go to his Pandora station too. It's really fun to listen
Yeah,
to.
you listen to your Pandora station.
I will listen to my Pandora station.
Get into the car, ride around with Ashley as she listens to Pandora, and then go ahead, follow her home at the same time.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's
Stop.
against the law. Don't do those things. But you know
Whatever.
what we mean. So,
Check out the rest of the video on the Tonight Show's YouTube channel.
all right, now, guys, you know what time it is. We've already got one YouTube video, but that doesn't mean that we can't show our Vine of the day. Let's go ahead and roll that Vine.
Waving your banana in my face, I don't even want it. Whoop! Just kidding, I got it. Bloop! Stop waving your banana in my face, I don't even want it. Whoop! Just kidding, I got it. Bloop!
Oh my gosh.
Stop waving your banana in my face, I don't even
Like
want
rabid.
it. Just kidding, I got
Hey,
it.
I love bananas too. I get it. They're delicious.
I've seen this before. It's a little old, but it's always good to go back to the classics.
Yeah.
It's
And
great
it's
stuff.
a monkey eating a banana. That is the most classic of anything. Can you please just do that one more time? We'll do it after the break.
It's so funny. It's good stuff. It is
Yeah.
definitely good stuff. That's actually probably one of the first Vines that I saw.
Ever?
One of those. Yeah.
Wow.
That
We
was
should
definitely one
track
of those.
back what the first Vine ever was, and we'll show you guys what it is.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should go and do the Vine where it's
We'll discuss.
we
this
should go and
later.
do like classic Vines. We'll have like one classic Vine.
Oh, I
a week.
like that.
I
All right.
like that idea. We'll go ahead and
We'll
talk
bring
to our
you classic
producers, try to get
Vines.
that happening. I like the idea. She likes the idea. You probably like the idea. We'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks for tuning in to the Early Bird on Spinnaker Television. Now remember to like us on Facebook. Give us that thumbs up at facebook.com/UNFEarlyBird.
And while you're at it, check us out on Twitter at UNF Earlybird.
We've got some funny tweets. Now, if you're watching on Spinnaker Television, make sure to stay tuned because Spinnaker News with the Patrick Lloyd is coming up next.
Have a great day, Osprey.
And remember, same place, same time. Tomorrow, we'll be here.